Hi, this is future Chloe here speaking. Just gonna make it clear real quick. This was recorded back in March. Several things have happened since then, which have made this extremely out of date. So, yeah, just bear that in mind when listening to this episode. Okay, bye.
Hi there. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for those aged 18 or older and may talk about mature topics and have lots of bad language. So, if you're not 18, you should probably go ahead and get out of here, you fucking cunt!
Hello. What the shit?
Oh, you have a custom alert sound, don't you?
Yeah, I only just realized that I was able to do that, so I was just like, because I'm in a server that's that's Phaedra the Proto Man, that just plays whenever I go into a call.
Oh yeah, that was the Proto Man whistle. I was like, "What? Where have I heard that whistle?" And I was like, "No, it's not the Last Wish death whistle. No, it's." So I had to think for a moment because I don't play Mega Man that much. So I'm like,
I've just been really obsessed with the Proto Man this past 12 months because like Act 3 finally came out.
ah,
Also, if my voice sounds a little bit interesting, it's only because, like I mentioned before, had a girl staying over last night. She's still up in my bedroom, and, well, my voice is a little bit messed up for obvious reasons. Welcome to the Chaotically Queer podcast!
Bloody hell.
hot damn. Okay,
Good
hot damn
for you! Sorry for flexing too hard.
Look, a bitch gotta do it sometimes. Missy,
Welcome everyone to the Chaotically Queer podcast.
I have a woman like staying with me at my apartment right now. So,
yeah, but
like,
you live with. Yeah, but you live with her.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have the bigger flex. No lie.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Now who's being mad?
Missy, take it away.
Welcome everyone to the Chaotically Queer podcast, the podcast where three queer voice actors talk about the things that interest us. And sometimes I have something to flex about. Not today.
Dang. I don't know if we're talking stuff to flex about. Y'all can hear my voice in Regal theaters next month.
Yeah, I'd say that's a flex. What the fuck?
Yeah, II's doing an event at Regal for different Regals across the country, so this is actually a wide release type of thing, so.
Oh, okay. Hot damn.
So
I mean, is it Regal America only there?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fuck.
One day it'll be international, and then I could say, Chloe, go to your nearest Australian theater.
Bitch, if there's anything I would want to go that has your voice in it, I would realistically want it to be one that all three of us are in. Honestly.
That's fair. That's fair. So should we just jump into our next movie for this month, which is basically Whisper of the Heart, but with an incest scare?
Yeah, I was gonna say I had completely forgotten everything since we watched Up on Poppy Hill.
Oh,
and I scrolled back through the Discord to go find my ranking, and I just gave myself whiplash on where I placed it.
Really?
Yeah, because you placed it high, didn't you?
I did, and we'll get there. We'll get there because where I put Up on Poppy Hill is like it's a break point in Ghibli film ranking. And I'll talk about that when we get to where we put it on our lists.
Ooh.
We watched Up on Poppy Hill.
From Up on Poppy Hill, even.
From Up on Poppy Hill. I like this one.
Yeah. Like,
I like that the mysterious other world was a building.
Yeah, so from Up on Poppy Hill, some context for listeners, is the second film in Ghibli's lineup, directed by Goro Miyazaki, and it is often referred to as the one good Goro Miyazaki movie. They are correct. This was good.
Yeah.
It's funny because there is kind of a like I mentioned, I think the most infamous aspect of this movie is that for some reason there's a brief scare where the main two characters think they might be siblings.
Mm.
And it's very weird, and it felt a bit out of nowhere, and it doesn't really connect to the rest of the movie that well. But that said, despite that, I enjoyed the movie overall. So
Mm. Yeah, like, let's just get this out of the way. This is Goro Miyazaki's peak in the entirety of what we're looking at for Ghibli. He may very well direct something down the line that maybe does better than this, but for now, for what we have to deal with here, this is his best film to date with this one here. And it kind of
yeah,
sucks that his best film was made like 15 years ago.
it was that. God damn.
Up on Poppy Hill was in 2011, Jazzy.
To be fair, only 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
Considering we had a long stretch of like the 90s.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, okay, so I mentioned how from Arrietty onward, I'd have a story with going to see each Ghibli film going forward, since Arrietty was the starting
Yes.
point of seeing these movies in theaters. So here is my story about From Up on Poppy Hill. I wanted to see it in a theater, but it was very limited. Now, I was a stupid high schooler, and I was actually who was a big fan for some reason of Jeff Dunham. Don't ask me why.
no.
High school was a very dark time for me. And I found out he
Isn't
was
it for us all?
yeah, and I found out he was in the English dub cast, and I was very excited because funny Puppet Man is in the movie that I want to go see. Yay! But I have to wait for it to be on DVD because it's not playing in theaters. So I'm waiting forever, and I want to see because I think it'd be so wild to see a Ghibli dub that has Jeff Dunham in it, only to find out he plays the most inconsequential character that they didn't need to cast a celebrity as.
Oh, right. This is the film that you were talking about, the gratuitous celebrity casting.
Yeah, it's a good dub, but the celebrity casting was very gratuitous. Like, there were some characters that I was like, "Do you need to spend all that money that this actor probably costs to bring him when he only has like one or two scenes?" Like I said, the Jeff Dunham Driverman, and keep in mind, this was around the time where people didn't realize that Dunham was terrible at his job yet. Like, probably had to cost a pretty penny. Why did you cast him? For a character with two scenes and maybe 5 lines.
A character sounded fine, though.
Yeah, I guess. He can do good voices. I would hope so, considering that's part of his job, but I don't. So yeah, there's my story. I was excited to see a comedian that at the time I was a fan of. Nowadays I'm not because I actually have taste now. And like I wanted to see
He
it.
doesn't even really play a particularly jokey character.
Right, he's just a guy. Like, he is a guy who is in 2 scenes and drives the character somewhere near the end. That is the extent of Jeff Dunham's role in this.
This isn't even a Gigi situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe I should be grateful for that in hindsight, because realizing how much I've been mixed on comedians being cast as characters in some of these movies, and the extent that they let them be jokey, I should just thank God that Dunham only had to say those few lines, and they didn't have him try to be funny, because that might have been insufferable.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the story of Jazzy seeing From Up on Poppy Hill.
I mean, that's also a good segue. Was there anything else that we wanted to mention about the dub in particular before we got into like the meat and bones? Not suspension of disbelief. Personal impressions of the film.
I mean,
you would know more than I do.
Like I said, the dub was definitely very stacked with celebrities.
We did watch the
right
English American dub.
Right, which is the only dub there is. This isn't an Arrietty situation where there were 2 different dubs. No, we're back on we're back on 1 dub per movie.
Is this G Kids?
Yes, it is G-Kids.
Okay.
This is not counting Only Yesterday, which they do later down the line. This is their first dub of a Ghibli film, actually. So
Oh, did the dub of
Ooh.
Only Yesterday come after?
yes, it did. Because keep in mind, Only Yesterday was a film that Disney refused to dub for so long. So
Right.
like for
Okay.
a while, it was even hard to find a version to watch like in the Americas. Like up to a certain point, the only exposure that people had to it was like on a Turner Classic Movie marathon back in the day. So.
Oh, sure.
But yeah,
Okay.
there's definitely some celebrities. Let me read them all out for you from the Behind the Voice Actor page. Are you ready?
Yeah.
By all means.
Sarah Bolger, Anton Yelchin, Charlie Saxton, Eddie Merman, Jamie Lee Curtis, Isabel Furman, Christina Hendricks, Gillian Anderson, which this is her second time in a Ghibli film since she was Maro in Princess Mononoke.
Oh,
Raymond
right.
Raymond Ochoa, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Noth, Emily Osment, Bruce Dern, Bo Bridges, Emily Bridges, Ron Howard, Jake Steinfeld, and Jeff Goddamn Dunham.
That's a hell of a list, and I only
One of these
recognize like
things
5.
is not like the other.
Yeah, like, but yeah, but the dub's not bad. I'd say it was like everyone performed it well. It's just
No, yeah. I mean,
some
it
again,
it was an unobjectionable dub.
yeah, like there's no issue with it, honestly. But as yeah, like I said, as for the movie itself, it was a lot of fun. It was a very low key Ghibli film. Like it similar to Arrietty, the stakes were lower, but unlike Arrietty, it was made better with the fact that the characters were far more interesting, in my opinion.
Yes. Full agree on that.
Hmm. Honestly, like, I feel like the dub is probably like one of the more stronger, more recent dubs, to be honest. Like, having not seen this since it originally came out like 15 years ago, it was kind of a blip on the radar back then for me. But for now, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I place this pretty high in my personal ranking.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. I don't think it's anything great, but like it's a fun movie, and it's one that I've enjoyed more and more on repeated watchings. Because I remember when I first watched it, I thought it was just okay, but as I've watched it more and more, I've appreciated more about it, especially when I watch it as part of Ghibli marathons. Like to just see how small scale and more fun and character driven this one is compared to others. Like the conflicts are just not even major. The biggest conflict is the fact that these two characters fell for each other, but then find out, oopsie, we might be related.
Yeah, except that is kind of a red herring or a misnomer, and it's kind of just whatever.
Yeah.
Although the actual plot of the film is really good, actually.
Yeah, like them, like just trying to save this clubhouse that you kind of don't think of much at first, but as soon as you go in and you meet these people, like the clubhouse kind of becomes a character in a weird way.
Yes.
Yeah. And
And-
it's very especially putting it in this is a period piece.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The context matters for the stakes of the story.
It's absolutely a period piece, and I honestly feel like it's one of the better period pieces that Ghibli has actually pulled out, to be honest.
Mhm. But yeah, like there's not much else I can really say about it, honestly. It is a fine little film. I definitely got similar vibes to Whisper of the Heart. Not as good, obviously. Like I still think Whisper of the Heart was way better, but for something going for that feel, something to kind of recapture that low stakes, like charming slice of life feel, this is not a bad film at all in that regard.
Yeah, but
Dare I
think...
say, no pun intended, they're more siblings than anything.
Oh!
Good night, everybody. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I will definitely
Fastest
say...
podcast ever. 15 minutes. We got there.
Speed running the podcast, baby. Let's go. But, like, seriously here. I feel like comparing it to Whisper of the Heart is very on point, but it's also very unfair to do that because Whisper of the Heart had, no pun intended, a lot more heart in it because it fucking gets you, like, right here in your fucking soul.
Right.
Good night,
right.
everybody.
Right. I'm not comparing it for the sake of bringing down from Up on Poppy Hill. I'm saying it has a similar vibe, just not as good. So.
Oh, I know, Jazzy. I know. I'm more just, like,
Yeah.
speaking as to, like, because I feel the exact same way. And this is where I sort of feel like in regards to like the immediate aftermath, because I was very much having those feelings when we were watching it from up on Poppy Hill. So this is more just talking about my own like personal thoughts on the matter with that one there.
Mhm.
Whisper of the Heart very much gets you in your fucking soul because
Mhm.
it very much like feeds, it very much like plays on like the emotional needs in regards to creativity versus From Up on Poppy Hill, which gets you in a way which can, I feel like it would very much get someone who relates a lot more to the story of the main heroine in this one, because they potentially might have a like sort of an interesting relationship in terms of family members
Mhm.
and whatnot and home lives and everything like that, versus where
Mhm.
Whisper of the Heart may get someone who is more getting there in terms of like creative passions. Like they're pretty much two sides of the same coin, I would argue.
Mhm.
If I say that Whisper of the Heart is far more autistic,
Yes. Hell, I would say, going off that notion, this is Whisper of the Heart for neurotypicals.
Yeah.
well,
It's
I
not.
wouldn't necessarily say that either, but
I was gonna say everyone in the clubhouse was some like manner of autistic. Let's be real. So
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
it's the masculine autistic versus the feminine autistic.
You're not wrong there, actually. Yeah. It really is just feminine versus masculine autistics. That's actually the two sides of the coin with that one here.
yeah.
Uh, I love that we were all just like, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this one, and yet we've gone on this, like, somewhat rant and, well, this sort of, like,
Uh,
tangent in regards to
well,
that. It's kind of funny.
well, I'll give another fun fact. The dub for this movie, while it was handled by G Kids and not Disney, it was directed by Gary Rydstrom, who also directed the dubs
Really, Gary
for.
Redstrom.
Yeah, he directed the dubs of Tales from Earthsea and Arrietty, and also directed the dub for our
He
next
did?
film, which is The Wind Rises. So he had a good run with Ghibli for a bit.
Yeah. And, like,
Of all the places I expected to hear his name,
where is he from? Where do you know him from, Missy?
I seem to remember he worked on Toy Story.
Makes sense.
Like he was either with Pixar or ILM.
That tracks, yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, so I don't think there's not much else to say. Good movie, good.
Good movie, really good, actually.
Hmm.
The
So,
the
oh,
part
go
that
ahead.
I have to say about it is going to come when we get to the ranking. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, where do we rank it on our little Ghibli rankometer, Chloe?
For the group podcast, well, this is going off the ranking that we had when we did it last time. So, do you have any addendums to do in regards to your ranking, Missy?
I don't have anywhere that I want. I'd forgotten specifically where I put it. I would not move it.
Okay, you have it between Mononoke and The Cat Returns.
I do, and it's on that the space between Cat Returns and Princess Mononoke is it's the within Ghibli barrier between the real world and the fantastical.
Yeah, I get that.
The cat returns backwards are like they're solidly good Ghibli films. Everything Mononoke up, Mononoke, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo. These are the transcendent ones.
That makes sense,
So
yes.
the fact that Poppy Hill made it as high as it did fits it falls just short of being that it falls short of being transcendent, but it's at the top. It has dethroned The Cat Returns for the real good Ghibli films for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You know what?
So,
I'm going to make a quick little addendum to the podcast ranking because Why the fuck is Castle in the Sky so big on the list? Why is it an A tier when we all have it wildly different at this point?
I really like. I don't know. I think it belongs in A tier. I think it's a great movie. So
You have Castle in the Sky between Totoro and Nazca currently.
I still really like it.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't know how you rank them in particular, Chloe. I think at a certain point you numbered you took our places where we put them on the ranking and
I made a
Just
general...
put
added
the-
those numbers together.
You know what? Sort this out later and put the ranking on screen editing, Chloe.
Yeah.
All right, editing Chloe. This is what's gonna happen. So, it is Earthsea, Palm Poker, Grave of the Fireflies, Ocean Waves, Ariete, Nazca, Only Yesterday, Porco Roaster, My Name is the Yamadas, Castle in the Sky, From Up on Poppy Hill, The Cat Returns, Howl's Moving Castle, Totoro, Ponyo, Kiki, Mononoke, Whisper in the Heart, and Spirited Away.
Good shit. And anyway, now that that's done, I'm trying to. So I only saw one movie, like from 2026 between the last podcast and this one, but
Only one?
I can't remember what it is. Can someone send help?
Fuck off!
I was waiting for that.
I was... I don't know if it's coming through on the recording, but we found out that we could do Discord sounds in this recording, and Missy just did a fucking little drum beat there. So good on you. Editing Chloe, you do not need to add a fucking drum sound effect to that.
But no, I only watched one movie for 2026, but I did watch an older movie later on in the last month that I do want to talk about because I think it's an interesting one to talk about. So
All right.
Go for it.
Okay, so first the movie I saw from this year, Send Help. This is the newest movie from horror director Sam Raimi, and the first horror movie he's done since Drag Me to Hell.
Is this the one with Rachel McAdams?
Yes. Yes, it is. So I was excited for this movie, mainly because even though I wasn't big on Multiverse of Madness, which was the last film in general Raimi did, I was still excited to see him go back to his horror roots because I'm a big fan of The Evil Dead. And while I think it's a film that's kind of soured on multiple viewings, I do still have a lot of respect with what he did with Drag Me to Hell. So I was interested in this film. This film's, and I'm just going to say it right now, there's something very odd about your career being entirely based on a show based on Survivor, and then seeing Survivor play a big part in how this film operates.
Ha.
It was weird. Anyway, I really liked it. It was, this was exactly what I wanted from a Sam Raimi film. It's scary, it's gory, but it's also very funny. Like, it had a lot more humor than I was expecting from the premise, but it is a very funny movie. Rachel McAdams does an amazing job. The twists and turns it goes in is they're so bizarre, so interesting. And it's hard to say more because it's hard to go into this film and to explain why it works without spoiling the shit out of it. It's a movie that I would recommend seeing as blind as possible.
Okay.
I will say if gore isn't your thing, it's not as gory as I was expecting, but there is still some shots that made me wince a little bit, so take that for what you will. And keep in mind, I don't get bothered by gore most of the time, so the fact that there was something in this movie that made me go, ugh, says something. Yeah. Yeah, good movie is good. It was funny. It is so, again, super weird seeing something like Survivor have a big part in how this film goes. I was honestly half expecting a Jeff Probst cameo. Which, minor spoiler, there isn't. Anyway, the film that's not from this year that I saw for the first time after years of friends recommending it to me, I saw The Last Unicorn for the first time ever.
Really?
Oh, boy.
You've never seen The Last Unicorn before.
Nope, I didn't. We watched it last month actually. So DVD bargain bins are kind of a rare thing nowadays, but whenever I go to a store that happens to have one, I always dig through and buy something because I think I'm gonna sound like a pretentious prick when I say this. DVD bargain bins are something we took for granted.
Hmm.
I mean, you're right.
And one of the ones I dug through is I saw they had a copy of The Last Unicorn, and I got it because friends had been recommending it to me for years. I have seen it listed on if you see a list of like underrated animated movies, there's a huge chance Last Unicorn is going to pop up on there.
Yeah.
It was a Rankin Bass animated film from the 1980s based on the novel of the same name. Blanking on the author's name, but he apparently also wrote the screenplay for this. Peter S. Beagle. Peter S. Beagle wrote the screenplay and was also the one who made the book this was based on. I can't believe I slept on this movie for as long as I did. I really enjoyed it.
It's so
Hell yeah.
good.
Mhm. The thing about it is it's not like this, like the animation's a little more. I wasn't expecting the animation to be a little more simple than I was expecting, if that makes sense. Like, but then when I saw Rankin Bass did it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They kind of work on like lower budgets and kind of like not exactly like it's not big on like huge incredible visuals, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not super cinematic.
Right.
Hmm.
But there was like this genuine sincerity from it that I loved. This didn't feel like some corporate cash cow that they pushed out to work to bank off the success of a popular novel. This felt like they wanted to make something that properly adapted the material, and I can say that despite having never read the book. Um I really liked the story. I liked the themes. I like some of the darker edges that really only come out when you really think about it. Like there was a line in this film where like this lady's like, "Oh, you always like unicorns are supposed to appear to the young and pure. Why didn't you appear to me as a young child?" And there was just so much in that line of dialogue that I was like, "Oh.
Oof.
Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Infamously.
like, "Oh."
Infamously,
Like,
Jazzy, that is the line a lot of eggs have the crack at, to be honest.
yeah, no, like, it didn't take me long to realize why all my trans friends said I needed to watch this film. I was like, oh, that's why.
Oh,
This is a
absolutely.
trans movie. Like,
Oh,
it didn't take me long to even, you could ask my roommates. There was just a point where I was like, oh, this is a trans movie.
oh, yeah, absolutely. And like, hey,
Mhm.
listeners at home, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you haven't watched the fucking Last Unicorn and you're some level of queer, what the fuck are you doing listening to this podcast? Pause it right now, go out, figure out how to watch The Last Unicorn, figure out how to do that, come back, and fucking tell us about it in the comments.
Right.
Writes
Really?
down, need to watch The Last Unicorn.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh.
It's been
Why
established.
why does this surprise you in the slightest?
It's
I mean-
been long established at this point that Melissa has not watched many things. There's an
I
entire
just
section of this
like-
podcast about it.
I just like it at this point. You're like, whenever Melissa hasn't seen anything, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Go watch it. When I haven't seen anything, Jazzy, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, because you're more media savvy.
Um, what else? What else to say? What else to say about this movie? I will say one of the big issues I had with this film is that the voice acting was a little hit or miss for me. Some performances were fine, others were lacking. But in terms of the ones that were good were really good. I especially really liked both Mia Farrow and Christopher Lee's performance in this movie. And apparently Lee was a fan of the book, and I was not surprised hearing how much energy he was giving into this performance.
Unsurprising.
Yeah, no, I liked the soundtrack. America's music was I was surprised to hear the band America doing the songs for this thing, and they were great. I've had the title theme as well as Ninja Sex Party's cover of it on my playlist for the past month now.
A lot of the Ninja Sex Party covers are just bonkers, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this one. I am sad I slept on it for so long. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really watch much this month. I did watch the first 3 Pokemon movies again for the anniversary, but I don't know if we want to go over those at all.
I mean, I'm always down to talk about like Pokemon Free because like Spell of the Unknown
Okay,
fucks really hard.
it
But
does fuck really hard.
yeah, it's literally the best Pokemon movie, and I will fight a motherfucker over this.
You're not wrong. It's great. Like
I also have a pretty interesting story. Technically, Pokemon 2000 was one of my first theater experiences, but I was like 3 years old when it came out. So,
me too.
but for obvious reasons, I did not stay in the theater the entire time because I was an autistic 3-year-old child who got, and loud theater speakers are not that good on tiny little ears.
Can I just say, in terms of the Pokemon trilogy, so we watched the first 3 movies. We didn't go further than that. I have a Blu-ray of the first 3 films.
Ooh.
Which
Is
which
the
is
Mewtwo one in the first 3?
Mewtwo
Yes.
Strikes Back, yes.
and the thing
Astonishingly, that is one that I have watched at a friend's place
is,
Hell yeah.
so
many
the
years
thi-
ago.
So the thing about this Blu-ray set is it's actually not half bad. The video quality is good, audio quality is solid. The weird thing though is the credits, because they had to redo the credits for this movie, and this was a Viz release. They forgot to put the opening credits in the first movie. So like you have a Pokemon battle with the theme playing and no text, and that just felt really weird. Like it's like this is a really empty experience. But also, they misspelled Maddie Blaustein's name twice on this set.
Yeah.
Pokemon 1 and Pokemon 2000 on the Viz Blu-ray set both misspelled Maddie Blaustein's name in the credits. The third one spelt it correctly, thankfully, but
Hell yeah. I unfortunately have not got that Blu-ray, but it's for an important reason. To my knowledge, it does not have the Pikachu shorts on there, does it?
it doesn't, unfortunately, no. And at some point, I want to get the DVDs, like the original DVD releases of these films, if I can afford them, just so I can have the complete experience.
This is why I invested in those DVDs a decade ago when they were like 10 or 15 bucks on eBay. I got them, and they have been on my shelf ever since. I even have like the original DVD of the first movie, which had like the little the like cardboard DVD case.
I also want to get the Mewtwo Returns DVD just because that has the dubbed version of the prologue that didn't make it to American theaters.
Yeah,
so
the extended version of it.
yeah, I want to make an edit. I want to make my own. I am making my own Pokemon Snyder cut here.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't even say it like that.
Lamau.
I will definitely say, however, like the fucking media circus surrounding 2000, I don't think is ever gonna be at that. I don't think Pokemon is ever gonna be at that level ever again.
Oh, absolutely not.
Cause like when you have fucking a special on like television hosted by fucking Kel Mitchell being all like, "Hey, this is fucking great," and it's a fucking live concert in a whole bunch of kids and everything like that. You're never gonna have that vibe with Pokemon ever again. It's never gonna reach that peak ever again, and it kind of makes me go like, "Wow, Jesus, we let that happen. We let that happen, y'all."
We let this happen. This is our punishment.
And people wonder why hyperconsumerism is a thing.
But yeah, I'm actually looking to see if I can find the Pokemon First Movie DVD now, and it's actually not bad prices on eBay, all things considered. I'll have to consider that once I have income again.
But yeah, those movies are fucking great. Everything after the third movie is a bit hit or miss, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a DVD with 4 through 7, and those movies are a bit more mixed. I don't like 4. I don't really like Destiny Deoxys that much. Heroes is fine. Jirachi's okay. I wish the set had Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, because that one actually slaps, so.
yeah. And there's also fucking Lucario Goku. in that movie?
Yeah, Sean Schemmel voices Lucario.
Yes.
My roommate was a little. So my roommate Ash joined us for these viewings, and she does. And ironically enough,
How fitting.
ironically enough, isn't a Pokemon fan, and she had a good time, but she didn't think they were good movies except for 3. She thought 3 was actually decent, which not surprised. Like, but I think she was a little disappointed we weren't doing Lucario because she especially finding out that Sean Schemmel is in it and that his master's voiced by Jason Griffith. So
Oh my, yeah, Jason Griffith voices him.
yeah.
And then there's like a fucking Pokemon Ranger film, I think.
Yeah, that one.
That one was
The only reason I remember Pokemon Ranger is because I dated someone who was massively into the Yaoi series Gravitation, and one of the actors in the dub of that plays like the Pokemon Ranger. So
Yeah, it's also the first one that was dubbed by the Pokemon Company, and you can fucking tell.
oh yeah, they had like a lot of the actors had some growing pains getting into these roles, I swear.
Oh yeah, I love how this became a conversation from the first 3 Pokemon movies to like segueing into like a discussion about the dub from like the original 4 Kids series to the Pokemon Company directly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, for the viewing I did of the 3, like I said, my roommate Ash joined me and my girlfriend Jordy joined me, and I think she probably had the best time out of the 3 of us. So
Yeah,
I had a good,
how is living with your girlfriend going?
very good actually. It's been fun. It's kind of nice to have someone who joins in on my antics. So
I was about
Ha,
to say, is that all
gay.
that you have to say in regards to that?
are you expecting juicy details?
I was expecting you to be all like, "Oh my god, Chloe, it's so great! It's so great living with my girlfriend."
It is
Ah!"
great. It is great, but I didn't want to brag about being like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend living with me. It's so amazing.
Jazzy,
Well,
we've
we already
literally,
did
we've
that at the
literally
top of
had
the
them on the
episode.
podcast at one point.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is amazing. Fuck it, I'm gonna brag. No, like, no, I'm really happy. It feels like I'm understating it, but I can't stress enough that I'm honestly in a better mood nowadays as a result of this entire thing.
No, for real, I'm so fucking happy for you.
hmm
Like, legit.
Like, I don't know. It's
I'm
not that
glad
I've ever.
everything went off relatively well.
It's not that I was ever in a bad mood not living with her, but I'm in a noticeably better mood, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can kind of tell, to be honest, and it's sort of why I was just like, "Bitch, you really not gonna fucking talk about that right now after the month since we last did the podcast?"
Oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's honestly very nice. We've been going through like the Mass Effect trilogy together now that they're here.
Oh my god, your voice
And-
got to a level I've never heard it at on this podcast before, and it was so fucking
And-
cute there, Jazzy.
Yeah, and because like from the limited bits that Jordy saw of it, she really liked Liara. I romanced Liara, and like every time there's a gay moment between Femshep and Liara, like I just hear this happy squeak like right next to me.
Friggin' peak.
We've also been going through I swear Jordy finds a lot of stuff just randomly in the games I play cute, and it's amazing. Like we were playing through Spider-Man 2 since she hadn't played that one yet. She played the first one in the Miles Morales game. And there was a bit where we had like the little spider robot and it shook its little butt, and Jordy thought that was adorable.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Is there anything
Let's
you would
see.
like to talk about the Pokemon movies or anything else before we go to what Melissa's been watching?
Dan Green as Entei, my beloved.
Yes. That's it. That's all
There
you
you
gotta say.
Hell yeah.
Also, in regards to Pokemon 2000, why is Tracy there? I don't like him.
It's because it was during the Orange Islands, Jazzy, and Tracy Sketchit was there in place of Brock during that season.
I don't like him.
He was only around for like 1 season, Jazzy. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
I don't like him.
Fair.
Anyway,
So, Melissa finally watched the thing again.
Yes.
Oh.
Finally.
I finally reached the end after hinting at it last podcast of Kamen Rider Gaim.
Yes.
Editing Chloe, add comedy music because here's a segment that Chloe in the current time we did not run past her before. It's time for Missy explains to Jazzy poorly how something works.
Oh
So,
boy.
Yay!
Kamen Rider Gaim is... Have you seen Fate Zero?
No.
Okay, that's gonna be a little harder. So, okay. Think Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
The realm of darkness is encroaching on the regular world through portals.
Okay.
People are able to use the darkness. Well, the darkness will just corrupt someone, but with special gear, they can use the darkness to turn into warriors who like resist it, basically. And everyone is fighting for the MacGuffin of Assassin's Creed. Pause to let Chloe stew in the psychic damage.
It's just like you were gambling so hard on Jazzy knowing what Fate Zero is, and then you were just like, fuck.
Just a little bit. But you know what? Listen, I'm an improviser. I roll with this. And basically substitute the realm of darkness for like a giant forest that swallows planets. Because it's just what it does.
Yup.
And the darkness are fruit. Literally fruit of the forest. That turn into these fun little plastic translucent locks that look like 90s video games. Or look like 90s video game hardware cases. With like the transparent outside. Clear plastic, my beloved.
Yes.
And then they just get like stuck into into the belts, into little like get stuck into belt buckles, and then you put a knife through it, and the lock opens up, and a hole opens up over your head, and you transform into a samurai, and it kicks ass.
Okay.
That's it.
That's Kamen Rider, baby. It's wacky.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All of this brought to you by
Kamen Rider Gaim
Gaim.
took a while for me to get on board with. It had a very slow start. Like the first 5-6 episodes were all like an extremely slow burn and world building. The protagonist is, dare I say, a coward. Or at the very least, he's like aimless and is a sensible person and both does not want to fight and also lets power go to his head. Or at least he doesn't think about consequences. Right up until the consequences get him. But by the end, I think the best summary of it is what I said on BlueSky about it, which is I will readily go to bat for any TV series, movie, book, any media that whose final message is you are not beyond community and redemption if you put in the work.
Yes.
No one is too far gone just by virtue of what they have done in the past. It is never too late to change. And that is the fucking best thing that you could possibly leave your audience with.
We fucking
Hell yeah.
love that shit.
So yeah. This has been my mental breakdown. My Kamen Rider mental breakdown.
Quick fire. Top 5 riders from the show.
Frick. Okay. Kota, Kaito, Michi. Yes, Michi. Frick. What's her name? Overlord. The one, the sneaky one. And then number 5. Do I name riders or do I name forms?
You can name like forms if of riders, yes.
Okay, Final Kota is number 5. Lamau.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And don't worry about it. Editing Chloe will figure out who you're talking about for all of them. Especially number 4. I'm pretty sure she'll be a lot more conscious enough to be able to figure that out, and she'll just like flash them all up in sequential order.
The green one.
The green one.
The green one who's trans goals and also is trans rights and trans wrongs.
We do stand some good trans rights and trans wrongs, baby.
Not me choking on water.
Oh no, choking on water is the worst.
Aside from that, I'm continuing to watch Kamen Rider Zets as it simulcasts weekly. We're currently like episode 24, 25.
We are steadily reaching the halfway point. If not, we have already got there.
I think we've already crossed it.
Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Aside from that, my required anime list grows.
Yes.
That I need to catch up on.
Yes. I guess I have watched some stuff this past month or so.
Oh?
Yeah, I saw the new Mamoru Hosoda movie Scarlet when it was in cinemas here.
Oh, I've been meaning to see that. Is it any good?
I'm gonna be real here, Jazzy. It's not that great, actually. It's like,
Damn.
and I say this in regards to the rest of Mamoru Hosoda's work. It's just not as good as the rest of his works, to be honest. Because like,
That's a shame, because I heard mixed things, but I thought maybe it was going to be like a Bell situation where I heard some mixed things from people, but I ended up really enjoying it.
Nah, look, here's the thing. Bell had a lot of mixed reception, but I absolutely fucking loved it, the same as you, Jazzy.
Same, yeah.
This had a lot of mixed reception, but I very much felt more on the end of like, this could have been done so much better. Because like, here's the thing real quick. It is basically Hamlet, but what if anime girl? And somewhat isekai.
Okay.
Yeah, that already got me a few red flags as soon as I realized that was the premise. It was just Hamlet, but isekai.
I wanted to see it, but yeah, so I wanted to see it, but like there wasn't a theater near, like within a decent distance that was showing it, so I figured I'd see it on Blu-ray, and I still might, but like just from what I'm hearing about it, I'm like, oh, maybe he finally made one where even I have to say, damn, my goat is watched.
Yeah, like, given the streak of Mamoru Hosoda movies in the 2010s, 2020s, and everything like that, the fact that this is the one that immediately just had me going like, really? Really? That it's kind of a bummer, to be honest. And like,
dang,
like, without spoiling anything about it aside from that premise alone, the marketing really made it seem as though it was a much more engaging film than it was. It does have some really good moments of prose. It does have some really good, like, heartfelt moments. The moral by the end of it, like the coda of the whole thing, I really liked it. But this really needed to be tightened up in regards to, like, the overall, like, plot. Because, like, there's a solid stretch, like, in the middle where I'm just, like, sitting there being all, like, okay, but what's the point? And,
Jesus.
like, yeah, and, like, this is the thing. The beginning of the movie really got me into it. It got me all like, oh, okay, maybe we might be going somewhere with this. The end of the movie had me going all like, okay, the moral of this is really fucking great, and I'm really glad that it actually ties it all together by the end. The middle of it just had me going all like, okay, cool. What's the point here? For like a solid 50-minute stretch. And then there was this one moment in the middle that just had me going all like, okay, this is visually impressive. This is visually amazing. The music in this particular section is really good. But what is going on here? So
I'm looking at the letterbox page out of curiosity. Like,
yeah,
and the top review for this is funny.
yeah.
Shout out to Elaine Heart Emoji on Letterboxd saying one of the few movies out there that could be better if muted.
Yes, actually. Not gonna lie.
Oof.
Not gonna lie. And here's the thing. I watched this subbed. I did not, because, like, I could not find a screening that had this movie dubbed, even though there were some cinemas that were doing it dubbed. I watched this movie subbed.
Yeah, I was gonna say the dub has a solid cast. I'm looking at Aaron Yvette, Chris Hackney, David Kay, Jameson Price. Not bad. Like,
Yeah. But, like, here's the thing regarding all of that. I very much do kind of agree to it at points. Visually, it's stunning. It's probably one of the best looking Mamoru Hosoda movies next to Belle. But, like, in terms of, like, everything else, it's just, like, it's, like, mid Mamoru Hosoda. And, like, mid Mamoru Hosoda is still better than most mid for most directors or most movies. But when the bar is set so high, it's so easy for Mamoru Hosoda to just fumble the bag. And this is one that absolutely fumbles it. I'm going to be real here.
I was gonna say you still gave it a decent score. I don't know. Like, do you feel less about it now? Like that it sat with you, or
Honestly, I very much stand by what I said. Because, like, what did I say? Because, like, I don't have Letterboxd up right now. What did I say in that review?
Like you said you were conflicted, but you gave it a 7.
Oh, I gave it like a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, I'm pretty sure.
It says 7, so 3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Okay, yeah, 3.5. Like, I do stand by what I said in that review. Like, what I say in that Letterboxd review, I very much stand by it. But again, this is me going off, like, because, like, the scale for, like, Mamoru Hosoda films is just, like, so big. Because, like, most of his works are just, like, I would say they're, like, 4, 4.5. Like, 4 is pretty much, like, what I would consider, like, for most other directors to be, like, a 3. So, like, for Mamoru Hosoda specifically. So, if I'm going below 4 for a Mamoru Hosoda film, I would argue that is pretty much a mark where it's just like, this could have been done so much better.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anything else you saw or anything of interest, or?
That's kind of been it. I'm gonna be real with you here.
In terms of movies I'm expecting to see before the next one, I've been hearing shockingly good things about Hoppers, which surprised me because I thought the trailers were all fucking terrible. So
yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, what's on my list specifically at this point here. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm just looking at, like, I'm looking at, like, what's coming up soon for recent cinemas, and, like, I mean, Hoppers might potentially get me a little bit. I'm waiting on reviews for that one, to be honest, because that looks alright. Fucking, I might go and see Goat. That looks pretty alright. That might be a fun little thing.
I was into the trailer of Goat until they had a joke that I felt was weirdly fetishy, and I got very uncomfortable. So
what was the joke you thought was very fetishy?
The one where they're sniffing the shoes. I was like, someone's browser history's open. Like,
I'm not sure about that. That's just me. I mean, I might go and see They Will Kill You. But, oh, all right. There's 2 things I do need to gush about on this podcast here real quick before we wrap up. Because, we finally got a confirmation for one thing this month. But, Missy, you probably heard me gushing about this recently. To all my Dot Hack fans in the audience, we're so back. We're so back. We're so fucking back. We have never been more back.
Can I just tell you the timing of that announcement? I decided to give up on Yakuza finally. Like this franchise is dead to me at this point. After
Oh yeah,
everything
look,
everything with Kiwami 3. And right as I said it was dead to me, the dot hack announcement happened, and I was like, thank God!
Jazzy, I have had a dot hack retrospective cooking in the works since 2024, and I literally started thinking about going back to that this year, and literally, as soon as I started working on that again, Z.E.R.O got announced. And I was just like, the universe is telling me to fucking do this video. The universe is telling me to fucking talk about dot hack again.
If you need someone to help in talking about GU, I would happily talk about them because I love the GU games so
I
goddamn much.
might get your assistance with talking about GU, not gonna lie. I literally started playing a English patch version of Link literally this weekend because I had never played Link before, and I needed footage for that because I want to make sure that I'm doing it properly. And oh fuck yeah. We've never been more back. For those who are into the dot hack franchise, Z.E.R.O, there hasn't been a new game of the dot hack franchise announced since 2013, I want to say, when Versus got released alongside the movie that got released in 2012.
That's 13 years ago.
Yeah! There has not been a new dot hack game. There's been small little pieces of dot hack related media that have come out in the last 13 years, but there has not been a mainline entry in the dot hack franchise for well over a decade. Oh my god.
We're back.
Yeah. But also, Madoka fans, we're also so back. The announcement for Walpurgis Not Rising has a release date finally, and it's in August.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's been stuck on, hey, maybe it'll come out in this period of time in this year. Maybe it'll come out in this period of time, and then a delay fucking hits. But we have a fucking release date, and it's in August. We have never been more back. Both of my big franchises, we've never been more back. Fuck!
Congrats to Madoka for coming out as gay this August.
Which is also perfect timing because, I showed, one of my partners, Bella, Madoka in full at one point, and then I was just like, God, what if we timed up a trip for when you visit or when I visit you to go and see it in cinemas? Given delays on like anime releases in Japan versus anime releases in globally, it might very well fucking happen because it might very well come out in September. Let's fucking go. I'm just so hyped this is finally happening. But yeah, those are my two big, we're so fucking back gushing moments. I'm good. What are y'all doing this month?
Let's see. What am I doing this month? Well, I'm starting a new job, so that's neat.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
And then of course, on April 1st, the II event at Regal's happening, and I'm going to the one at San Diego.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, yo.
Yay.
What are you doing, Missy?
I'm celebrating my 30th birthday.
Oh, right. Congrats on getting old.
Fuck you.
Look, I'm joining you in December. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I'm going to remember every single time you do this for my birthday.
Oh, I anticipate it. I anticipate when we
Don't fucking Johnny test me.
How am I Johnny testing you?
I will be... I'll actually also be doing my first, like, on-stream, like, collaboration with some friends.
Hey, yo, nice.
After like 5 years of VTubing, I'm finally real VTuber. Thumbs up with exasperated expression.
I'm a real VTuber. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it to him. I'm sorry.
fuck. So yeah, and aside from that, just kind of living, just kind of schliving,
Hell yeah.
and like watching stuff when I have the energy to do so. You know that.
Yeah.
Chloe, what are you doing this month?
This month I'm gonna try and get at least one of the 2 videos I have a completed script for done.
Okay.
It's either gonna be, well, I'm gonna try and get like both of them done, but the one I am probably gonna focus hard on, because I'm gonna make y'all feel old. It's been 20 years since Z.E.R.O High School Host Club came out, so I'm making a video about that.
Sick.
Yeah.
I never watched that all the way through.
Okay, all the way through. That's fair. But yeah, I'm talking about how 20 years on, people are not understanding about like some of the more interesting aspects behind Doron, and they're just like, ew, this is icky about like a lot of the aspects. Because initially I was just gonna make a video about like the queer identity in Oron, but then it kind of evolved into, why are we trying to tell people to not watch Oron if they're queer? Because like there's some interesting little bits of like sexual assault and weird gender stuff in there. That's part of the fun of Oron High School Host Club, you bitch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I promise it's not just gonna be being all like, you damn kids being all like, stop trying to cancel everything because you don't understand.
Well, you know, you are turning 30 this year. You are getting old enough to do that.
I definitely can probably do that. But like, I'm trying not to, you know? I'm trying not to be that sort of person on the internet being all like, you damn fucking Gen Z. I'm trying not to be that person on the internet, but like I'm gonna try and get that video out. But like I mentioned before, given the fact that there's a dot hack series, there's a dot hack revival coming out, I'm starting work on that dot hack retrospective that I put on the shelf like 2 years ago. So that might come out like at some point in the near future, but I don't have a release date on that yet because I still have yet to finish writing up the script, and I'm only like maybe a quarter of the way through it at this point.
How many? Say the line, Chloe. How many pages is that?
We're only 20 pages in at this point.
Yup.
Listen, I'm talking
Fucking
about
hell.
Listen, I'm talking about a franchise that started back in the early 2000s. If it doesn't reach at least the 50-page mark by like like 2/3 of the way through, what the fuck am I doing here? But yeah, that's me. I'm just slowly working on like actually getting videos out again. Now that my life is not falling apart, in my personal life is not falling apart a little bit, I actually have sort of motivation to do stuff again, and it feels great to be able to do that. So, you know,
Hell yeah.
love that. But yeah, that's me. Where can everyone find y'all? Because you can find me at chloesunflora.bsky.social. You're already on my YouTube channel, so if you have not subscribed to me by this point, bitch, what are you doing? And I guess my
you can find
my voice acting
go
website
ahead.
as well on chloeorlickvo.com.
You can find me at ladyjasmine.bsky.social. I'm also on Tumblr, but I'm kind of waning my use of that because, good God, I did not realize it was almost as much of a hell site as Twitter. Holy shit.
Yeah, it got bad about like 5 years ago, Jazzy.
Yeah, I just realized that like as soon as certain shit happened, but like
Yeah.
oh okay, I don't like this site anymore.
Yeah, it's
It
not
does not
great.
spark joy.
You can find me over Jazzy Oliver VO over on YouTube, and yeah, so there you go.
You can find me on Twitch at OzCyphara, OzCyphara. And I am on BlueSky at Missy voice.bsky.social. And these have been my co-hosts,
Oh,
Chloe and
motherfucker,
Jazzy.
don't you
I've been
dare!
Missy.
Don't you fucking dare!
Thank you all so much for listening.
Don't you
I
dare,
hope you have
Missy.
a
Stop it,
wonderful
stop
day.
it, stop
Be
it.
gay.
Stop it now.
Do gay.
Bang!
Bye, everybody.
Fucking told you. The bit is dead, Missy. The bit is dead. These have been
The bit doesn't die till I say it does.
I have literally been holding this gun for 5 fucking podcasts now, Missy.
Isn't your hand getting tired?
Yeah, well, why the fuck do you think I just killed the bit? These have been my co-hosts, Jazzy, and I guess the corpse of Missy Rowland at this point, who is still able to talk after I just blew her mouth open, I guess.
I'm a ghost.
Oh, okay, thank you all for listening. We'll catch you next month. Bye!
Bye!